All right, boys and girls, we just got our piano books put away, and now we're going to sing together. We're going to start with our hello song, and I promise, Camden, we will get to those instruments. I know you are so excited. Okay? We might. That might be something we get to do. That one's not for today, but eventually we can play with those. Maybe after class today, you can explore some with me, okay? Here's our first hello song. It goes like this. Hello, hello, let's sing together. Hello, hello, let's sing hello. Hello, hello, let's sing together. Hello, hello, let's sing hello. And now you practice it with your names. Camden, what action did you say you wanted to choose?
I want to choose clapping.
Choose clapping. So we're going to clap hello to Camden. Can you get your clapping hands ready? Clapping hands ready? Here we go. Hello, hello, let's clap together. Hello, hello, let's clap today. Hello, hello, let's clap together. Hello, hello, let's clap together. Oh, that was so good. Let me try it one more time. Let's fix the words. We're going to sing it. Ready? Clap to Camden, clap together. Clap to Camden, clap hello. Clap to Camden, clap together. Clap together, let's clap hello. Nice job. Thank you for
How about the instruments?
We'll get them soon. I'll tell you when it's time, okay? Ella, we did clapping for Camden. Oh, careful with your body. What action would you like to do for hello today?
Stomping.
Stomping. Do you want to stand and stomp or sit and stomp?
Stomping.
Stomping on our feet. Okay, we're going to sit and stomp for Ella. Are you ready? Stomp to Ella, let's stomp to Ella. Stomp to Ella, let's stomp hello. Stomp to Ella, let's stomp to Ella. Stomp to Ella, let's stomp hello. Thank you, Ella. That was so good. What action would you like to do for hello? What was that? Can you show us what action that would look like?
Solitaire monster truck.
Oh, what can we do to make our bodies like a monster truck? Can you show us?
A car.
How do you want to look like a monster truck?
I don't know.
Could we try? Okay, get your monster truck ready. We're going to drive hello. Should we drive hello to Wyatt?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Wyatt? Here we go. Drive to Wyatt, let's drive together. Drive to Wyatt, let's drive hello. Drive to Wyatt, let's drive together. Drive to Wyatt, let's drive hello. Thank you, Wyatt. All right, Davey, it's your turn. What would you like to do for practice hello today? See you shrugging. Do you want to just shrug for hello? Okay, sounds good. Can you shrug your shoulders? Big stretch. Oh, we're stretching our shoulders. Relax in your body. Are you ready? We're going to stretch our shoulders up. Shrug for Davey. Are you ready? Shrug to Davey. Let's shrug together. Shrug to Davey. Let's shrug hello. Shrug to Davey. Let's shrug together. Shrug together, let's shrug hello.
We have the nugget.
Thank you, Davey. That was so good.
Look at the nugget.
There is a couch over there. That's a very nice couch.
It's a nugget.
Is that what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
That's what's the name is.
Oh, okay. The nugget couch. Well, good. Thank you for telling me. All right. Well, we are going to have some songs today. One type of weather we've had this week, although we've recently had Christmas, we haven't had a lot of snow falling from our sky.
That's one time.
But this week we did have a little bit of rain. Can you get your wiggle fingers out? Wiggle fingers out, Wyatt. Can you wiggle with us?
Let's do it.
I love that because rain starts in the sky, and our rain is going to go down, down, down. Do you want to scoot back just a little bit? Scoot back just a little bit. Okay, on camera. Make sure I can see you on the carpet. There you go. Make sure they can see all of us. Okay. So we're going to take our rain, and the rain picture patters down. Can you take your rain high again? Rain high again. Ready? Rain picture patters down. Picture patter. Picture patter.
The sky. We can't touch the sky.
You're right. We cannot, but we can raise our hands up And we can take our hands down. We're going to picture patcher again. Are you ready? Picture patcher, picture patcher. Again, rhythm. Picture patcher, picture patcher. Can you try saying it?
We don't want to get the rain in our body.
Picture patcher. How about wiggle those fingers right on your legs so you can feel that picture patcher? Ready? Picture patcher, I can hear the rain. Picture patcher, I can hear the rain. That's the tempo that our rain is making. Okay? Do you know sometimes with rain, we also have big wind? Can you get your windy arms blowing?
Where's that sound?
There's cars outside. It's okay. When we're quiet, we can hear their sounds. We're going to blow our winds. I see Ella's blowing her arms in the wind. We're going to go.
Guys, let's do it. Let's stand up and do it.
I can hear the wind. I can hear the wind. I can hear the wind. Okay. Are you ready to add in some instruments? I know you're so excited to get them out. Now I'm going to show you which ones we need. Okay, Camden, we won't be able to do everything today, but after class I'll let you explore with some of them that you're really excited about. Okay, not yet. I'll show you. First, we're going to get out a picture patcher instrument, and those are our rhythm sticks. Can you say rhythm sticks?
Rhythm sticks.
Rhythm sticks.
I want
to
blue.
I'm going to get to choose two. If you like blue, you can take two blue.
I can take two.
I love what color would you like? Color likes green or orange. There's lots of colors, baby. What color would you like? I can choose two.
Are you going to do this? Do this?
We will get those out in just a little bit. Those are our wood blocks. Okay?
I know that.
Isn't that so good with learning letters? Well, we're going to use our rhythm sticks, and we're going to make that tempo with our picture patcher. We're going to use picture patcher on the ground. Okay? Instead of our picture patcher, we're going to tap and do picture patcher, I can hear the rain. Picture patcher, I can hear the rain. And stop. So good. Let's do that again. So you can listen. I'm going to go and stop. Stop. Just like you did. That's our stop signal. Here we go. Tapping. Ready? Picture patcher, I can hear the rain. Picture patcher, I can hear the rain. And stop. Nice work. We're going to get out another tool that we're going to use for our wind. We are going to keep your rhythm sticks out, but can you just set those picture pattern instruments down for right now? Because we're going to get out something different for our I can hear the wind. Scarves. Can you choose one scarf that you would like to use for the wind today?
Yeah.
One scarf for the wind. One scarf. Wyatt chooses red. Oh, Davey, I love that purple. I'm going to choose yellow. You want to stand for our wind? Stand for the wind. We're going to do some big. Whoa, whoa. I can hear the wind. Whoa, whoa. I can hear the wind. Stop. Nice job.
Let's do it again.
I would love to do it again, but we're also going to add in some music. The music, we're going to listen for that picture patcher. When we hear picture patcher, we're going to do our rhythm sticks for picture patcher. And when we hear that wind, we're going to get our wind scarves back out, okay? So here's our very first song. You'll hear it on the speaker. Rhythm sticks. And our scarves. I can hear the rain. I can hear the rain. I can hear the wind. Wind strokes. Ready for smooth rain. I can hear the waves. I can hear the waves. Nice job, boys and girls. All right. We're going to put our rhythm sticks away. Rhythm sticks away. Time to put our rhythm sticks away.
How about these?
You can hang on to your scarf for just 1 more minute. We are going to talk about 2 new words today. And I have some pictures to go along with my words. Okay? We just talked about the rain. And the rain, I love that. You're peekabooing with your scarf. The rain has a steady pattern. It's called staccato. Can you say staccato?
Staccato.
Do you see how this picture, it looks kind of like our raindrops. Lots of bumpy dots. Can you say bumpy?
Bumpy.
Okay. When we were doing our taps on our rhythm sticks, we could feel picture, patcher with the rain. Picture, patcher. Okay. But when we switched our tool and we got our scarves out that you have now, we have something looks like this. What do you see here?
Waves.
It does look like a wave. Okay. This is called legato. Can you say legato?
Legato.
Can you use your scarf and make a wave? Ready, Wyatt? I can hear the wind. I can hear the wind. So this is legato. Say it again. Legato. Okay. When we do legato, we want to be smooth. Okay. And when we see or hear staccato, say staccato.
Staccato.
I want you to feel funky when you do that, right? Staccato.
Staccato.
Bump with me. Staccato. Oh, come on, baby, you got it. Staccato. So that's fine. Staccato. That's a bouncy one. And when we do legato, that's going to be a more wavy. Okay? So we're going to do some music now. When we hear the music, we're going to dance. If it's staccato, we're going to be bouncy, like when we did our tapping. And when we hear legato, this is just our playlist, then we're going to move our scarves.
Who is that? What's that one?
That is a picture of a story that we're going to read later. That's the album cover.
I don't see.
It's just a picture of a boy. He'll be on a story. That's Copperhead. We'll read about Copperhead and some more instruments in just a little bit. Okay? So let's start our dance. We're going to stand for our dance. Can you stand right up? Stand right up and listen for the sounds. Do you think this is staccato? Is it bouncy? Or legato? Legato, Davey. You got it. Circle. Baby legato. What do you hear now?
Bumpy.
It is bumpy. This is our staccato. Bumpy staccato.
I didn't hop on one foot.
Hey, that's great staccato.
I can't hop on one foot.
That's beautiful. These are smooth and connected.
Like this.
As long as it's smooth, movements are connected. So we'll use those in a little bit. Can you come back to part, please?
What a go.
Listen. Bouncy, bouncy. You look faster. Faster. As you roll down,
No,
you're smooth.
I want to that.
I am something. I see this now.
Pencil.
You can show yourself your movement.
No.
Nice job. All right. Will you help me? Scarves away, scarves away. Time to put our scarves away. Ella, can you help put scarf away, please?
Where are those?
Scarf away. Those are the flip flops. All right, I have another page to grab out for you. Will you please sit down on the carpet for me? Sit down. Sit right down. We are going to use something that you may not have viewed as a tool before. You probably know this for blowing your nose. But today we're going to use it for our practicing staccato and our legato with our breath. So first we're going to practice without. So I want you to take a deep breath in, ready? And we're going to breathe out, ready? That long, continuous breath is like a long, connected movement, our legato. I need boys and girls to have eyes this way. Come this way. I'm going to give you a Kleenex. Okay? Breathe in, ready? And long breath out. I see Ella's arms are moving. So we're going to practice that with the tissue. I'm going to show you how to hold it. When I give you a tissue, you're going to use your pincer grips. One in each corner. Can you tap your fingers? Tap this one if you're ready. You're going to hold the other corner. Okay? Now I'm going to hold it just like this. I'm going to take my deep breath in. And I'm going to blow out.
That's what we're going to do?
What did you notice happening to my tissue?
What in the world?
What was happening to my tissue?
Blowing.
It was blowing in the wind. So when we do a long breath, that's going to be a long legato. A long breath. So this one's getting my eye blown on it. I'm going to give you your own tissue. Hold right in. Remember, pincer grip. You're going to hold right in the corners. Right in the corner. You got it. In this corner.
Yes.
Ella's ready. Camden, are you ready? 2 corners. Oh, wow. It's already trying. Let's breathe in. And breathe out.
I can't.
Good. You want to hold it, Camden, you want to hold it close to your face, but not touching. Okay, close to your face and blow out. Nice long breath. You're demonstrating a long sound. That's fine. You can regrip. Let's do one more with long. Nice long breath. Let's change it up now. Let's see if we can do some short breaths. Will you put your tissue in your lap for just a moment? I'm going to model a short breath. This time when I breathe in, I'm going to get ready to breathe out and go. It kind of reminds me of a train. Chugga, 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 chugga. Can you do that? Chugga, 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 chugga. So when we breathe out, we're going to go like a chugga, chugga train. Are you ready? Tissues up. Tissues up. Breathing in. And short breaths out. Wonderful. That was wiggly. You were showing short breath sounds.
Let's do it again.
Okay, ready up. Breathe in. Wait, are you ready to try again? We want to hold it up so you can see a short breath sound. Ella's ready. Breathing in. Short breath out. Are you ready? You were so fabulous with long and short breaths. Well, we are going to finish up because we have more to do. Can you help me scrunch up your tissues? Scrunch up your tissues. And we have a garbage in this room. You might know where it is. We're going to throw our tissues away. Are you ready? Tissues away. Tissues away. Time to throw our tissues away. You can toss it right in. And we can right back. Thank you. All right. Well, just like our chugga chugga on the train, there is another sound a train often makes. Trains have whistles, and sometimes they go Have you ever heard a train make a toot toot?
I did not.
Well, we did the chugga chugga with our breath, but we're gonna whistle now with the toot.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? I'm not kidding you. I actually brought a tool to use for our train whistles. Can you hold on to what? I'm going to fix it. Okay, easy. And I have that one. Alright, I want you to scoot back. Can you sit in front of me so David can see? Alright, wait just 1 moment. Ready, stop. Whistles in your lap. Whistles in your lap. Just a moment. Okay? We're going to model short toots and long toot whistle sounds. Okay, so my turn first, you're going to echo me. Will you put in your lap for just 1 moment, please? We'll go with Savannah first, and then it will be your turn. When I go like this, that means it's my turn. Okay, my turn first. Listen, we're going to do 2 shorts. How many? 2. And then whistle. My turn. And let's do 1 more. My turn. Let's model 1 more type of whistle. Not only did we do short breaths, we also did a long breath. So we're going to do a with a long breath. Are you ready? Let's do it together. Your whistle goes in. Can you put your whistle in? Ready? 1 more time. Nice job. Well, we have a train song. Come along and join me with our train
Let's
song.
stand up and do it.
We absolutely will. Let me get the music ready. And we will do the train song.
Nope, we're not doing it.
Train
Just have to wait.
is coming.
Is it way up there? Nope. Where is it?
We're going to check our train right along the carpet.
Train is a coming down, coming round the bend. Train is a coming down, hear the whistle blow. Train is a coming down, coming round the bend. Train is a coming now, hear the whistle blow.
Nice job with your train whistles. Sit right down, sit right down, sit right down, sit right down. All right. Will you please gently put your train whistle right back into my basket? Thank you so much for being great helpers. We have a story now. So in my story, there's going to be some illustrations, lots of different types of pianos that we're going to see. And so this one is a pipe organ. This is an upright piano. This is a harpsichord. Can you say harpsichord? These are all different types of pianos. Yes, we have a piano in this classroom too. So there will be sometimes when we get to play on the keyboard, and you'll learn about the piano in kindergarten music class. This is a grand piano. Say grand piano. Wonderful.
My Papa has that one.
Oh, he does? That's wonderful.
Papa.
And the last one,
I want that one.
this is a toy piano. So this might be one that if you have an instrument at your house that's small for a child to play, then you have a toy piano. Absolutely, maybe
That's
why
good. I don't have a toy piano.
So in the story,
What is that piano?
this was the pipe organ. That was the
These
first
are
one.
mine. Why would you go to us today?
Yeah, maybe if you go to a church, sometimes you might see a pipe organ at a church. Well, I have a story now. This is a story about Copperhead.
My church doesn't have that.
They might have a smaller one. Ready to listen to the story? We have to make sure that we're quiet so that we can hear. Will you find a spot? If you want to be on your knees, that's okay, but you might need to scoot back just a little so we have a spot for Davy. Can we slide over so Davy can also see the story, please? Okay, that's right. You can sit on your knees, but we want everybody to be able to see. Okay.
I
Okay,
have only quick cross-ups.
that's wonderful. In kinder music, you can sit how you're comfortable, but my rule is that everyone needs to be able to see.
Can we
Okay,
do this?
as long as everybody can see, that's my rule. Okay, so here we go. Coppertop and the 4 keyboards. Okay. Coppertop was crazy about keyboards. One day, he set out for town. Can you come back to me, please? Turn this way, turn this way. He was setting out for town looking for the perfect keyboard for his music lesson. So he's looking for a keyboard. He's pedaling his bike. Can you pedal your wheels? Pedaling your wheels. He's pedaling. He is looking for a keyboard. What's to find a keyboard to make some music? First, he came to Mrs. Musty's antique store. Way in the back was a creaky little harpsichord. Mrs. Musty was glad to play the funky keys for Coppertop. Thanks, Mrs. Musty, he said, but that was too soft for me. And he skipped out the door looking for a louder keyboard. So this one was too soft. It was too quiet. He wants a keyboard that is
Wow!
It's louder for him. At the end of the block, he heard the sounds of an organ coming from the town's corner church. And we talked about this one being in a church. Now that's a louder keyboard, Copperhead had said to himself. Mr. Powdermister must have been practicing. Maybe he'll let me play a little to try out the big keyboard. But when he stepped inside, the big, enormous chord that he first heard filled the giant church, and it made his orange hair stand straight up on his head. See his head? Too loud, he exclaimed. He put his hands over his ears and he ran right back through the giant wooden doors and onto the sidewalk. He ran right back out because this pipe organ was too
Wow!
Too loud. Cover your ears. Ready? Too loud. It was too loud for him. Down the street, Copperhead passed Mrs. Tunemaker's Music Emporium, and there in the window sat a beautiful, shiny, black grand piano. Copperhead gasped. Mrs. Tunemaker must have heard him because she poked her head out the door. Would you like to play? She said. I sure would, Copperhead exclaimed, bouncing into the store, nearly spinning Mrs. Tunemaker around. But when he got to the piano, he had to struggle to climb up on the high bench. His feet didn't even touch the floor. He shook his head. Too big. What's wrong with this piano?
Too big.
It's too big. It's not going to work for him, he said sadly, and he slid off the bench and he wandered back out. So we had too quiet, too loud, and now we have too big. His last stop was Mr. Smiley's toy shop. Hands in his pockets, Copperhead shuffled in. Mr. Smiley smiled. Good morning, Copperhead, he said. Hi, Mr. Smiley, Copperhead said. Do you sell keyboards? I sure do. There's one right over there. Copperhead looked excitedly to where Mr. Smiley was pointing, but his smile disappeared when he spotted the piano in the corner. It was blue and red and yellow, and worst of all, it had pictures of zoo animals on the side. It was not a real piano. It was just a toy. You remember our red toy piano? Too small, he sighed, and he walked out the door and out onto the sidewalk once again. Copperhead was feeling sad. He couldn't find the right keyboard anywhere. His favorite Auntie Euphoria lived right up the street. Maybe she would have something that would make him feel better, he thought. He made his way to her house and went straight under her kitchen table, where she offered him some cookies and a glass of milk. He listened to her sad story about all the keyboards that he'd tried and how none of them were just right. Did you know that I have a piano? Aunt Euphorium asked. You do? Copperhead said, with his face lighting up. He followed his aunt to her special music room, where the piano sat, black and shiny, in a sunny room. Go on, she said. Give it a try. And if you like it, you can play it any time. We can even play together. Copperhead had no trouble climbing up onto the matching bench. He smiled when his feet touched the floor, and he placed his hands gently on the keys and started to play. He played high notes and low notes, loud notes and quiet notes, legato and staccato. He slid his fingers up.
We talked about that.
I'm so glad you made that connection. He did. So he made smooth sounds and he played some bumpy sounds, right? Just like we did. Well, Copperhead, how do you like it? Copperhead jumped down and threw his arms around his auntie. Thank you so much, he grinned. This keyboard is just right.
For him.
For him. It wasn't too soft. It wasn't too loud. It wasn't too big. It wasn't too small. It was just right. And so that's the keyboard he's going to choose to play. All right. Thank you for listening.
And there's some loud and big.
Yes. I have another instrument for us to listen to. This is called a synthesizer. Can you say synthesizer?
Synthesizer.
Now, a synthesizer is like a piano because it has keys that can be pushed, but it is actually electric. So it's going to be plugged in, and it's going to make special noises or sounds so that musicians can create
Is that
music.
loud?
It is. I'm going to play so that you can hear what it sounds like. Okay. So our synthesizer 13. This is our synthesizer. So it's an electric keyboard. Music electric. It's an electric keyboard. So that sounds much different than just our typical piano, doesn't it? Okay? So that's called a synthesizer. So that's another kind of keyboard that Copperhead could have been looking for. Okay? We have one more thing to do before we bring the grown-ups in. We're almost ready. And so we are going to do some egg shakers. Okay? And with our egg shakers, we are going to practice shaking and stopping.
Are they eggs?
Yes, they're in the shapes of eggs. And we're going to move to the beat. Okay? So we'll have some quick sounds like our staccato. And we'll even practice. That will be wonderful. We'll have to see what colors are in there. You can take one or you can take two. And we're going to move to the beat. So I want you to feel the rhythm. If you feel it bouncy, we're going to bounce our eggs. Okay? If you feel it smooth, we'll be a little more smooth with our eggs. You can tap them high. You can shake them low. Okay? And we're going to go along with that itsy bitsy spider. So he's going to climb up and he's going to wash back down. So you're going to follow right along with the music. Okay? So let's use our scarves again. We can dance around when we do our itsy bitsy spider. Keenan said purple. You can take one or two. And I'm going to take one. Baby, quiet. What would you like to do? You choose blue. All right, you guys are rock stars. Would you like to stand for our itsy bitsy spider song? by the time of your arms. All the way up your arms. Take your time. Big bump. Let's climb all the way up your legs. All the way back up.
Are we gonna do everyone?
We are almost finished.
I gotta
We're
hold
almost
it.
finished. So you
This
put
is
Nice job, Lizzie. You sit right back down for me because we are about to bring our grown-up stuff. You know how bring grown-up stuff in? Thank you so much. Yeah. When they come in, we're going to show them what we learned today about our staccato. Staccato. And our legato, which is our legato. So when they come in, you can stand for Ella. They'll come and they'll join us. They'll join us. Hi guys, come in. So we're going to show off what we have learned doing our staccato and our legato. You can join it. Okay. So go right behind them. If you want to choose. You can stand right behind.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. So we have learned 2 new words today. The first one we learned is staccato. You tell them staccato.
Staccato.
And what did we do with our staccato sounds?
Sticks.
We did sticks. This was our pitter patter. Can you do pitter patter, pitter patter? I can hear the rain. Pitter patter, I can hear the rain. Those are our bumpy sounds. Those were very bumpy, weren't they? It looks like a little bunny. And we also have legato. Can you say legato? What did we learn about legato? I see your arms are moving. These are smooth and connected. Remember, our smooth like the wind. We did our scarves for the wind. So with our grown-ups here, we are going to practice hugging with our grown-ups. We're going to be in pairs. You're going to share a big scarf with your grown-up. Okay? You're going to hold on to one side. The grown-up will hold the other side. And I'm going to play a song. When we hear legato, we're going to move our scarf smooth and in
Are you gonna
control.
share it?
We will be sharing. And when we hear staccato, I'll actually use bigger ones than that. Those are small ones. When we hear staccato, then you're going to make sure that your scarf is still being shared, but you're going to do choppy moves with your scarf. Make it much more bumpy. Can you make your scarf bumpy? Okay, so it's smooth legato and bumpy staccato. Okay, so I'll put these scarves away because they were small. We use that. We use the humongous scarves. I'm going to choose a big one.
I want purple.
Okay.
I want purple. Big. Big. This is cute.
All right, I want you to match up with your grown-up. Why? I'm going to share with you. And we are going to prepare to do floating down the roof. So you're going to hold on to one end. Your grown-up will hold the other end. And hold the 2 corners line.
This one.
You need to pick one of us.
So then we have to add the other
I like
side.
my way.
We're floating down the river to the Ohio, to Two in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Two in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Two in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Oh, my Susan Brown. We're floating down the river. We're floating down below. We're floating down the river to the Ohio. Four in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Four in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Four in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Oh, my Susan Brown. We're floating down the river. We're floating down below. We're floating down the river to the Ohio. Eight in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Eight in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Eight in the middle and you can't jump Josie. Oh, my Susan Brown. We're floating down the river. We're floating down below. We're floating down the river to the Ohio. Get out of there if you can't jump Josie. Get out of there if you can't jump Josie. Get out of there if you can't jump Josie. Oh, my Susan Brown. Oh, my Susan Brown.
Nice job, everybody. You had staccato and legato sounds. All right. We're going to put our scarves away. Scarves away.
These are huge.
They are humongous. That's the name of them, Camden. Humongous scarves. Time to put scarves away.
We will model for you one more thing, but thank you for participating in that part. You can be
The
seated for the
moment
rest of
Laura scarf. Look, their top is purple.
It is all purple. It's humongous.
One, two, three.
There are. We have so many different scarves and they're all different sizes. All right. Well, when you go home, your grown-ups have an app that they can download on their phones. And so we have a Kinder Music app, and on that app, there are songs that we did today that you can play at home, and you can sing along, and you can do all the actions that we did. So we've been practicing lots of different things with our pincer grips and our shakers. We did steady beats. We talked about legato and staccato, and all of that fine motor practice is going to be so good for when you're practicing your writing, when you're learning to write, when you're learning to read. Okay? It'll also be so good if you play in sports when you grow up.
You have radio
And
stuff.
I do for later. And you'll also be able to use instruments. Okay? So all of the music practice you do has lots of different purposes, and it will help you grow and learn. Okay? We have one more song to do, and I have one final instrument. These are wood blocks. So we use the wooden instruments, which are our rhythm sticks. But the last thing we're going to use is different wood blocks. And when you tap the wood block, you use that pincer grip to hold onto the mallet. Okay? And then I can use my other hand, my non-dominant hand, and my dominant hand, okay, to tap. And I'm going to make that staccato sound. Okay? So we'll do two wood blocks. And then I'll do two with rhythm sticks. We'll model just a little bit. Okay? And some tapping. So I have two rhythm blocks. And we'll two with rhythm sticks, and then we'll switch so that everybody will get a chance to share the rhythm sticks again. Okay? You can do lots of different sounds with those. Right now, we're going to do some tapping. Can you do some staccato sounds? And now let's switch. So we both have turns to switch, and we'll just switch the rhythm sticks to this side. And switch them so that way I can have a turn. Thank you for sharing. Using that dominant and non-dominant hand. That's good practice. And we'll do those taps again. There you go. All right, I'm going to do one more song to tap to, and then we will be ready to say goodbye. So this last one is Them Bones. Now, as you listen to the song, it's kind of a quick song, but it's going to talk about some body parts. So you might tap along with your legs or your knees. It'll talk about your back and your neck, and you could even do some gentle taps on your head. Okay, so listen to the body parts. If you hear those, you can tap with your rhythm sticks along the way. All right. Sticks away, sticks
Copper.
away. Time to put our sticks away. And blocks too. Blocks away, blocks away. Thank you, Melody. Time to put our mallet away. Thank you. You guys did fabulous today. I appreciate all of your help. It is just about time to go. Looking forward to the end of every Care Music classes. We'll sing a goodbye song. And you don't know this one yet, but I'll try to sing it to you. And if you get the words, we're going to do some high-fiving. So I'm going to jive. So we'll jive it. With the beat, we'll all high-five it. So we'll give some high fives. Want to give a high five?
What about books?
We did books at the beginning, and if there's time, we will look at them at the end. Should we give a high five? No, that's okay. High five. Thank you.
That was a hard one.
But it's time to go, and then we all know we'll be back soon. So we're going like this. Let's jive it with the beat. Let's all high five it. It's time to go, but we all know we'll be back soon. That is our goodbye song. Should we do it one more time? Ready? Let's jive it with the beat. Let's all high five it. It's time to go, but we all know we'll be back soon. Thank you so much. You guys were rock stars today.
I need three. What about this?
Well, we might listen to this, okay? I'm going to drop the video. Are you ready? We are done. You guys are so good.